Hey everyone, this is Jocation. Welcome to my video. Now, today is just going to be my thoughts on paying £50 to go and run with Gunna, and then also winning necklaces that say 1R, I believe, or they say something about, being involved in Gunna's affiliation group, whatever you want to call it, his label. My thoughts on it is, if you're a fan of his music and you generally are into running already, then I'd highly recommend it. Of course, it's a great opportunity to meet people that are like-minded, people that are into the same things, the hobbies, the music as well, the vibes, probably surreal. Of course, there was a lot of controversy that came with it, especially from the women who were saying, you're paying £50 to run with a guy, but you can't run in your child's school race, and all of these things just throwing kind of shade towards men willing to pay £50. But the reality is, a lot of people did go. A lot of people did actually meet a lot of people, network. They got free food. People generally said they got the value from the £50 to even run with him. Of course, Gunna didn't get to make content with every single person, but I generally believe that he made as much effort as he could within his capacity, especially of a celebrity of that status. You can only imagine the security, what he could realistically do, especially as he was running in public with a lot of people. I do believe that he tried, even just being in a crowd of people running, allowing people to come up to him with face masks and all sorts of different things while, he's in this country. Of course, this is somebody that is making hundreds of thousands, probably £1 million per show, just to be casually running around with people that could potentially injure him in the grand scheme of things. So, of course, I do respect Gunna for being able to do that, and I appreciate the people who actually took the initiative to run the 5K. Of course, is something that it does take some effort, some will. You want to be able to be athletic and fit, especially as a young adult or just in general. Health is the real wealth, of course. So obviously, Ghana even supporting this movement and course is amazing. And I unfortunately couldn't get to it because I was, of course, working. But it's something that I definitely would consider if it came up again in the future. If I had the opportunity to do it, I'd do it. In terms of people's women's opinions, so it is quite controversial, and I do believe that there is a lot of stick that some guys are getting. There is a lot of women who are paying to also go, and if this was with their man, they wouldn't pay to go as well. It's like, in my personal opinion, if you're a fan of his music and you're, putting him at a higher regard than you would of your own partner, then that does have some question. It does raise some alarm bells and some question marks, of course. But then, if you're the type of person that wants to go and your partner is calm enough to come with you or to allow you to go, of course, enjoy the experience. We kind of had the impression that Gunna's not going to be shaking and not hugging everybody. If you're already into fitness, it makes a lot of sense to go to a 5K run where you could potentially win a medal or a necklace that might cost thousands. Of course, I'm sure a lot of people would probably run at that opportunity if they knew, regardless of whether it was just Gunna, or if they wanted to run for a course. Regardless, it was still a purpose-filled event. And then, of course, going back to the point where, if you're in a relationship and you're running and you're paying £50 to run and you don't run in general, what does that have to say? Are you just paying for the sake of paying in a relationship with a guy? There's so many different things that I would probably question. But ultimately, Gunna's a great musician, of course, and he's got a massive fan base here in the UK. So even him doing that is amazing, and I just want to say, of course, it's brilliant. So, of course, if that comes up again and I can potentially make it, of course, I'll run 5K. And if that opportunity does come again and I have the opportunity, I'll definitely go and enjoy the experience. I am looking to do a marathon at some point. So, of course, this is a great opportunity for me to just network with other fitness creators. If you do see this and you're a fitness creator, message me on Instagram. I'm more than happy to go out on runs or do things for charity or cycle, especially cycle. I'm looking to do the charity cycle to Brighton this summer. So if you're also doing that, let me know, and we can kind of prep for that in the near future, I do want to raise some awareness to a charity that is cycling to Paris as well. That is something that is going to be probably within the next few weeks. But yeah, guys, just give me a message if you're interested. And I just want to say thank you for watching. This is Jocation. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.